Yeah. So at this time, you eventually, basically, you and Stinky Bug have a meeting, right, at the Grand Hyatt on 42nd Street.
Yeah. Right.
And how did that conversation go?
Me and him, we've been talking. That's not the first time we speak. Spoke. I mean, so after a while, I think he knew that the hit, the assassination on him, it wasn't me. Yeah. So like I kept my word. I still kept my word that he knew. So then found out that I knew he was an okay guy. He's an alright guy. But at that time, I don't know why. I tried to persuade him to stay back, and he just won't. And then later on he formed a White House. And I know he was capable of doing that. Yeah.
So then the talk at the Grand Hyatt, what is the conversation like back and forth?
All right. He wanted to start it like those VHS. Back then like the Blockbuster. The rental, but he was doing like the bogus one that, copy them, so now, there's a guy named Vince, and probably you heard his name from the West Coast, Vincent Jew. He's the Watching. He's the head of the Watching. So, he had part of this TV, they call him TVB back then. So that was the that was the very beginning when they started to have those VHS out. So, those days they shut down. I don't know, once those came out, those data, actually the Chinese data got wiped out, So, that's, they had the copyright for that. So, what they do is like, Chinese soap opera, movie, any Chinese movie, it goes to this company, TVB. So he had something to do with it, and then he opened a lot of shop in San Francisco area, Los Angeles, and all that place. But on the East Coast, he haven't established one yet. So those days, Stinky Bug, he says, it's just too much to buy the franchise from them, And then he says, he asked me, can I, do him a favor, help him out? They use my name and open one on Bay Street. That's right where our territory is. Mott and Bay. That's where our section is at. So there's a spot open over there. There's a storefront, and there's two other guys with him, and then he's gonna put me in there, as a partner, and then we split in 4. So. And then he said, no, you don't even have to put no one there. I just put you in there, like 4. We was the pie split in 4. So, back then, those days, it's a very good business, because a lot of people, rent it. You cannot have one set of tape, right? It's not enough, right? You need at least 10 or something, to circulate, right? Yeah. So, and he get one of the original one. And then he stopped the copy like 10 set, like every movie, every tape, copy like 10, how many set they need. So he was doing real well. And being that it was controlled by the Watching, right? Vincent. So he asked me, can I do that for him? I said, why? Why do you use my name? And then he said, well, if he knew it was yours, it belonged to you, he won't touch it. Well, okay, I don't care if that's what you think. So, do it then, right? Now, if he asked me, then I told him, yeah, that's mine. so now that thing went on. So that's how it started. And then later on, then he told me, he said, this kid who shot you, now it's about more than a year, and so almost close to 2 years. So
Irvin,
that shot me, right, on behind my neck, said that he wants to come back. What do you mean? He wants to come back. I didn't understand what he was saying. He says, ever since that day that he shot you, he never stepped his foot back in New York. Oh, okay. So I continued to listen to him. And then he said, he wants to come back, but he's scared to come back, right? So is it okay for you? Will you forgive him? Yeah, I forgive him. only one thing. If he could sit down with me and just say, I'm sorry. That's all I need. Okay? Nothing else. Then I'll forgive him. Then that day happened. He made arrangement, and we went back to the Grand Hyatt again. And then the kid show up. He was nervous as hell. Like in Chinese way, when you apologize to somebody, it's just not just by word. Like they're supposed to give you a cup of tea to say I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying, right? I don't know in our cultures like. So and also he says I'm sorry. So when he gave me a cup of tea with the plate on it, it was crinkling. He said it was so shaky. I grabbed his head. If I tell you to come back, when I say it's okay, it's okay. And Stinky Bug knows me about my word. So when he got it clear that it wasn't me that put the hit on him, he knew that all along I kept my word. So being said, now the kid, I said, okay, after 3 months, he was all over the place. And then one night that he wind up in a Golden Star Bar in East Warwick, and 3 got killed, and he was the first one got killed, and 8 other injured. That was a big thing. That's when that one involved with Uncle Benny, right, the hip singer, and scientist, the flying dragon, the head being dead is over that story. But anyway, so now he was one of the guys was there on the first guy got shot. Matter of fact, it was on the payphone. The payphone was right close to the door in front. So when 3 guys from the flying dragon came in and started to shoot with a machine gun, he's the first one got hit with big 8 bullets. And sometimes I sit around and think, if I wouldn't forgive him, probably he's still alive. You know what I'm saying, right, Panther?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So he probably would never came back to the state. I don't know. But yeah, so now Vincent came up from California, and he tried to talk me into shut it down, and then give me a lower price on what he's offering other people, right? Like on the franchise. Then if you listen to the whole story, let's make the story short. If you listen to the whole story, it's nothing that he's doing me no favor. He's not doing me no favor. So I refuse his offer. I said no. I told him, I said, West Coast, come on. I said, Vince, I'm from the East. Yeah. If I go to the West Coast and I'm going to do something like this, don't you think that I will first see you first? Like invite you to this? Or probably you want part of this? Or you know what I'm saying, right?
Basically get your blessing, involvement.
Yeah, I would get your okay first. You know what I'm saying, right? But no, you just came over here and just open your own shit and then nothing happened. They never even see me. Now when there's a problem, now you come out and see me. Yeah. So then that didn't go well. Then he sent another hit from Los Angeles. His name is Red Macho. Macho is Date, right? Date. Yeah. All right. So, Tony Wong, his name is. Yes, Tony Wong. But he got I didn't know his name was Tony Wong back then. But I know his Chinese name. But he's the head guy as another chapter from Watching. So he was reporting to Vincent. So back in those early days before your day, which is they got Joe Fong over there and Joe Boy and Watching. There was that war over there too. So he came up, he set him up, and then he got the same answer back. And then to the day that me and Stinky Bug got arrested on this RICO case. So when we was inside, Stinky was like, you know what? That store's still operating. You know me.
Well, how hard was it for you to forgive them for putting the hit out on your life, though?
Now, if somebody, I'm a person who forgive. Yeah. Yeah.
But that easy though? Like it's just
what means? Well, it depends how it is, how it happens, or how things happen. But yeah, I knew that guy. He don't know me. I don't know him. Personally, he got nothing against me. Right? He just do what he has to do. Now, being said that, me myself, I don't think that I cannot be shot at. I don't think I'm the greatest. I don't think I know things I could do other people can't do. Vice versa, right? If I could do it, you could do that to me. Well, we'll see. Yeah, yeah.